you old enough to remember when Batman took on a second Robin and he was an absolute little jerk brat of a kid, so much so that everybody wanted to kill him? I remember. We're going to talk about what that little bratty kid grew up to be next here in the Poindexter Lounge. What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, or as some people call me around here, Enosh Fett. You don't have to call me that. You can call me whatever you like, as long as you don't try to take my toys away, because I really love my toys. But hey, welcome to the Poindexter Lounge. If this is your first time to the lounge, just know this. We cover a variety of things around here, one being toys, but we also love to talk about things like movies, toys, games, sci-fi, fantasy, Star Wars, superheroes, comic books, and so much more. And if those are things that you enjoy as well, please hit that subscribe button and that like button, and also hit that notifications bell so that you'll be around when we're talking about it, because we'd love to have you here. All right. Hey, today we're going back in time a little bit, because these Mattel figures came out last year, and I've had a couple of these figures for a while, and I've wanted to do reviews on them and haven't got around to them yet, because we've been doing a lot of stuff on the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line. And so I've had this Red Hood sitting around here for a while. I wanted to review him, and so now we're going to do that today. All right, so join me here in the toy room. And here we go. This is Red Hood from the DC Multiverse line from Mattel. First of all, I used to love this blue packaging, until obviously Mattel lost the license last year. I thought they were doing some pretty cool stuff, especially this last wave of figures. They put out a lot of really good figures at the last wave. Now, some of it was repeat body sculpts and things like that, but it's okay. I still like it, and I still like what they were doing. So we're going to talk about this figure now and just kind of go over him in some detail. Let's go ahead and talk about the outside of the box first. You can collect and connect Killer Croc with this series. Up here at the top, you got the DC logo. I always liked how that was on these boxes. Over here, it's got this really cool Batman foil kind of thing where it says Batman DC 80 years. It's got Batman swinging there like in the first Detective Comics that he appeared in. This is for 3+, unlike 12+ for the DC Multiverse figures from McFarlane Toys. Over here it says Red Hood and has a picture of Red Hood on the side. Over here it's got the DC logo. Here you can see through the window all the cool things for Red Hood and his accessories. Is that a head? Yeah, it's just the additional head that comes with this figure. Over here are some attention, danger stuff there. I think that's the same warning that's up there. Down here, DC Multiverse, and of course, the Mattel logo. Over here on the side, it's got the DC logo and that same cool picture of Red Hood. Red Hood is a cool figure. If you don't know much about Red Hood, we'll talk about that in a minute, but it's got the DC Multiverse logo at the bottom. Over here, just a close-up of that same picture, DC and DC Multiverse. Back here on the back, it talks a little bit about Red Hood. Now, Red Hood was actually a guy named Jason Todd. Jason Todd was the second Robin, but Jason was kind of a little jerky, bratty kid, and a lot of people did not like Jason Todd as a character. They didn't like him as Batman's second Robin after Dick Grayson left. So I remember they actually set up a 1-900 number where you could call in, and they set up a whole thing where the Joker was about ready to kill him, and you could call in or write in or whatever and say, hey, I either want him to die or I don't want him to die. And can you believe it? Yep, they killed him. At least we thought he was dead for over 20 years until they brought him back as this Red Hood character. And so then he came back, and now he's a regular part of the books again. Here it says DC Rebirth. This is when they just redid the line a couple years ago. They've actually already gone on from this even. Red Hood, always walking the line between anti-hero and villain, Jason Todd proves to Batman that he can be a hero. And how did he do that? Well, if you read the comics in any way, you know that he was out killing people and doing a bunch of crazy stuff, going after villains. All right, here is what comes in here. You could collect and connect this Killer Croc. I just really don't care for this Killer Croc, to be quite honest with you. I think he looks a little silly. Now, I have seen people who have kind of like touched him up and kind of repainted him and done some stuff. He looks like the Incredible Hulk here, just with a crazy face. He looks like the Incredible Hulk on like a bad bender or something. I don't know. I just really didn't care for that. But you could collect KG Beast, who is a Batman villain. You could collect Katana Alfred, who we have, and we're going to do a review of him. Red Hood, Dick Grayson Batman that we've done a review for, and of course this Tim Drake Red Robin, and we've got him too, guys, and we're going to do that. Down here is a bunch of fun legal stuff and just tells us what the contents are. Here on the bottom is more kind of the same. Now, one of the things I am kind of looking forward to right now is getting back to these old Mattel figures is the fact that there's no trading card in there. So that means I can just reach in here and just grab this and just pull it, rip it to shreds. Just like so. This is the contents. As you can see here, this is what it comes with, including the leg to Killer Croc. He doesn't have a cape or anything that is protruding through the back side of the plastic, so you don't have to worry about pulling him out. Let's go ahead and carefully take out the accessories like the head and these other hands. The Croc leg here. And now the moment of truth. Here is everything that Red Hood comes with. He comes with the leg, obviously, the head, and 2 extra sets of hands. We're gonna go ahead and take a closer look, that is, at the figure himself. Here's the sculpting. Red Hood, he's got this helmet on here. He doesn't look to have much of a neck when he has that on there, does he? Let's see the look under there. He's got a little bit of a neck. There you go. He's got some nice sculpting on the face. Almost looks like a Deadpool kind of thing. He's got this cool rubber jacket that does come off like that. Of course, the arms are molded in that brown plastic. So if you take this off, it's not gonna have just the gray underneath. It's got some nice zippers here on the side and this popped collar there. And of course, this paint job of the red bat symbol. Mine's got a little bit of a nick just right there, just enough to be annoying. Some cool sculpting here as the jacket pulls up just a little bit from the wrist. And you see here, he's got something there shining through. You see the gray suit underneath, the gloves with these little points here on the knuckles. He's got this belt here, it's got some paint on it, this gun belt, and oh, are you kidding me? We're gonna take a closer look at this, but if his guns do not come out of there, I'm gonna be sorely displeased. Here's the back of the jacket. It's just got some lines and some stuff like that. The legs are pretty standard and generic, not much to them, you know, just some paint there. And the boots, got the straps here on the back for the boots and the front shin guards. And then of course got this little metal piece over the feet like that. And yeah, and some stuff here down here for the boots, some traction. And that is the figure himself. Let's take a look at the articulation now. Okay, before we do that, this is gonna bug me because I haven't tested it out yet, but I gotta see for myself. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. These are not real guns, folks. These guns do not come out. Why would you release a figure that can hold guns, that is known for shooting guns, put the guns in a holster, not supply him with guns, and then you actually give him an extra set of hands that will hold guns? What's the deal, Mattel? All right, well, let's try to put that behind us. Here is his head. His head will go up and down a little bit. It's kind of hard to see there with the jacket. It does go all the way around like that because I'm assuming it's on a ball joint there. And it does not go side to side. Let's go ahead and see if we can get the head off and put the other head on. Yep, came off just like that, so easy. It's got a hole down there for that. Here is the Jason Todd head. That snaps on really nice. And I like this look a lot better, actually. So that's what we're gonna go with for the rest of this review. His arm will go up like so and around. There is a bicep swivel right there. He's got a single bending elbow. His wrist will go around like so. And of course it'll pop off as well because you can replace it. Right there like that. And as you can see, it's the type that does go back and forth on a hinge. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a fist on since I don't have a gun. I'm gonna have to get a gun for him of some kind, I guess. Aftermarket. There you go. The other arm does the exact same thing. Goes around, bicep swivel, bends at the arm just like that. Wrist goes back and forth. And of course, we'll go all the way around. And you can take that hand off too. He does have the ab crunch that a lot of people seem to be missing for some reason with the McFarlane toys. I'm not really sure. People want them to be able to do these ab crunches. He does spin around at the waist right there. His legs go out all the way. and we'll do the splits. This leg will also, oh, it's kind of blocking it here, but I think you could probably get it to go all the way around, but I'm not going to push it. He does have a swivel there at the thigh. He's got a double bending knee. It does not go around there at the shin, but it will go up and down like so. Just in case you were curious, this is the Killer Croc piece. It does go up and down there at the foot. Then of course you drop it on the floor. It's got a single bending knee. It's got a thigh swivel like so, and there is where it connects. And apparently Killer Croc can do these splits as well. Here's for a little comparison. I've got 2 Dick Graysons and a Jason Todd in the middle. And then of course when we do the Tim Drake Robin, we'll go ahead and look at all those together. But here you can see, I like the fact that Dick Grayson is taller than Jason Todd. I really like that. And then of course the Dick Grayson Batman, as you can see there. They all look really good. I like the fact that the Jason Todd figure is a little bit smaller than Dick Grayson. Just makes sense. So there you go, guys. That is my review of this Jason Todd Mattel DC Multiverse figure. Here's the thing. I dig this figure. I really like this figure. I would like it a whole lot more if it came with real guns. I don't understand the thinking behind this and what that deal is even. Now I got to find other guns to come up with this figure. One of the cool points of that whole storyline was that he goes around just shooting everything and he can't even draw a gun. And why give him 2 sets of hands that can hold stuff if you don't give him anything that can hold stuff? That's frustrating. But it's still a good looking figure and I'm glad I got it. Now I know there is a DC Essentials version of this figure that I don't have, but I'd be interested now in getting that figure to see what comes with that. Does he come with guns? Does it make sense? Because this one, even though it looks good and goes with everything else that I've got, doesn't really make sense. But what do you guys think? Do you have this figure? Do you like Red Hood? Do you like Jason Todd? Were you one of those ones who called in and wished him death? Please let me know down in the comments section, or also even better yet, follow me on social media so that we can get together. We could talk about the things that we love. We could talk about how much we hated Jason Todd and wanted the Joker to beat him to death with that crowbar, or just blow him up real good. What did you think about his return? What did you think about the way that they handled it and that he is now, again, part of the Bat family? Let me know down in the comment section, like I said, or on social media where we can discuss all those cool, fun things. I talk to so many people every week on social media, whether it be Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, and we just have a good time talking about the stuff that we love. That's what the Poindexter Lounge is here for, is to talk about the stuff that we love. So please do that today. Also, if you can, become a patron, part of our Patreon. Here's a list of people who have done that, and we're very thankful to them because you know what? They make it possible for us to keep doing what we do, and we would love for you to be a part of that as well, if you can, all right? Also, we got some merch down there. You can have some cool, nerdy merch to put on, some t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, wherever part of the country or the world that you're in, no matter what climate, there's something there for you. So why don't you pick something up today? Until next time, guys, my name is Enosh, or whatever you want to call me. But just don't call me Jason Todd because I wouldn't want to go through all that mess. All right, guys, until next time, I'll see you in the toy aisle. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you made it this far in the video, you are awesome. Thank you guys so much for your support. Please smash that like button and of course subscribe, and also hit that notifications bell so that you are aware when we put out new videos, which is like all the time. Thanks for being a part of the Poindexter Lounge, and we'll see you next time.